Hey guys!
Hi guys!
You're watching Big Wins, a show about women in sports by women in sports. I'm Ella.
And I'm Reagan. Welcome back to another semester of our show with Tigervision. We are here to give you all things women and all things sports. And actually today, speaking of, today is National Girls and Women's in Sports Day, which is a huge celebration, just honoring all the achievements of women in sports and kind of uplifting women who are working in sports in this very male-dominated industry. Playing sports, working in sports. Us too, we work in sports, so this is something we are so passionate about. And so today, we're going to be talking about all things women's sports.
Girls only.
Girls only today, just because it is a national holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta celebrate it.
First, though, we have to update them on what's happened because I feel like it's been a long time. I just went home for Christmas and the holidays.
Wait, we have to update them because I don't know if they know, our Rays and L's.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Reagan, my nickname's Ray, like hi, and then...
Yeah. And then I'm L, so it's like a low.
But yeah, so give your Rays and L's of the past.
Of the whole thing? Okay.
A couple weeks, honestly.
Okay, I'm gonna do weeks because I don't think I could do the whole break. I don't remember that far back. I got to do a really cool photo shoot with Clemson football. That was probably my high. Might be one of the biggest, coolest things I've done in college. I'll be real. I left and I was like, oh my gosh, guys, that was so cool.
I saw the pictures. They were great.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll pull them up and like show them. But no, so that was my high. I would say, or am I right? I do that every time. My L would probably be the Clemson basketball game last night, but we're not talking about men.
Oh yeah, not men.
So we won't
today.
go into it.
I mean, they lost, so we shouldn't talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, my Ray, I am now working for the Tiger Illustrated, which is super cool and kind of something new to learn and add to my resume and realm of skills. So I'm going to learn how to be a sports writer, which I don't know how to do that yet. So everyone hope for the best. But my L would probably be...
It's good that we have to think about them.
Exactly.
You know?
Honestly, and I don't mean to complain, my L would probably that I'm working the Duke Clemson game on Saturday, so I don't get to be a fan and fully...
You can still be a fan, right?
Like, I mean,
just, like,
a little bit, but I'm like behind a computer screen, like working replay. So, I mean,
fun. I didn't know that.
It's fun. But like, I would love to be a fan because last time Duke came to Clemson, we beat them, and everyone stormed the court. But
maybe you can still storm the court if we win.
No, totally.
Although Cooper Flag,
he's great.
We're not talking about that. Let's just get started because we need to go into women's things.
Yes.
And we're going to start with women's basketball. We're having an okay season, I would say, with women's basketball here at Clemson.
Better than last year.
Yeah. We've got an 11-11 overall record. We're 4-7 in conference, and then we're on a 2-loss streak, but we'll turn that around really quick. This week we're playing Duke in my Carolina, which is Chapel Hill, on February 9th. I just say that because everyone in South Carolina is like, Carolina, and I'm like, yeah! No, you're not talking about that one. And they're like, no.
It's like when people say USC, but Southern California is my USC, and it just doesn't make sense to me. But, our women's basketball team, they're doing good.
I love Poppy, so I can't, Coach Poppy is, the best. I can't... I want them to win every single game.
Exactly.
I love them.
It's definitely a rebuilding year just because he is a new coach, but I can only see them going up from here.
I agree.
He has done such a good job just this season, and I'm excited to see what he does in the future with a team that keeps on building and growing. So
I think he can really turn around the culture of basketball around.
I agree.
Clemson here for women, and then another big news point for women's basketball is UCLA is still undefeated, still number one, which that's fine with me. I don't want to see South Carolina on top, so thank you.
They're insane. They're insane.
Yeah, and Caitlin Clark just got her jersey retired on February 2nd, which I was just telling her before this, I was like, it's 2-2, which is her number, which is cool.
Do you think they did that?
Yeah, for sure. They retired it on 2-2 because her number's 2-2 against USC, and now there's speculation that Juju Watkins is going to come in and break her record because of her freshman year performance.
Yes.
They're saying if she stays on the same trajectory that she'll break Caitlin Clark's record, and it's kind of ironic because they retired the jersey when they were playing USC.
Oh,
cool.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's like a full circle moment. Juju Watkins is, I keep saying this, insane. Like, she is going to be the next Caitlin Clark. I don't know if Caitlin Clark can be replicated. She is the GOAT of women's basketball and women's sports in general.
Yeah.
But Juju Watkins is definitely making a name for herself, and I'm excited to see how she does.
Yeah.
And what she does going into the WNBA in the next couple years.
I'm just excited that there's buzz around women's basketball.
Yeah,
like,
it's so fun.
It's not really about, like, for me at least, like, I'm sure you agree with this, it's not really about, like, who's better than who. I just like that
people are talking.
They're in the conversation.
Exactly.
And people are like, oh, the next Caitlin Clark. Like, that's a big deal. People are using her as, like, the standard. But anyways, yeah, so we've got a lot going on soon. We got crossover season starting, so.
Yes, this is my favorite. Another women's sport we have here at Clemson that is super, super exciting is our women's gymnastics team just kicked off their season with a home opener against Pitt, and they won. And then they have NC State coming up on Valentine's Day,
So
and
cute,
I'm
love
working
it.
that meet.
Are you?
Not
Fun.
game. Meet
You have to talk
as well.
about it.
The gymnastics meets here. Anyone who's watching, you have to go to one because they are so much fun.
You want to know my, like, secret about secrets?
Tell me.
I haven't been.
No. Are you kidding?
No, I'm so
You haven't
serious.
worked one?
Nope. And I've been, like, shamed for it. Like,
No.
people are like, there's
Yeah.
something wrong with you.
That is shameful.
Respectful.
I
like,
mean,
get
okay,
it.
they've only been here for one season,
But
and
they're-
they've just started their second
They're
season.
already profiting. They're about to pass basketball in revenue, which is insane.
Well, they sell out every single meet.
Yeah.
And it's just so entertaining. And I mean, a lot of my friends who are not typically into sports like how their meets are only like an hour and a half. Like, they're
Yeah.
short.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not like a long day, which, I mean, I could sit there for hours and watch them flip and go crazy, but my friends who are not into sports do like that. But I love how gymnastics is really
Yeah,
amped
that's
up
exciting.
here.
And I feel like gymnastics is not a huge sport down here, so it's cool to, like, see.
You know.
I mean, I don't really know. Where is it big?
It's huge on the West Coast.
Is it? Okay.
Like, well, I know LSU, obviously, because Livy Dunn is huge, and UCLA gymnastics, it's kind of started the collegiate gymnastics train.
That's Jordan, what's her last name?
Childs.
She's on UCLA, right? Anyways, it's awesome. The facility is awesome. Every time I drive by it, I want to go in there and get into the cheese pit because it's
Exactly.
so cool
They should have open gym there.
They should.
I will be there.
Another team that's starting up with crossover season is the Clemson softball team, which has always been pretty good. So I'm excited to see the
love our
season.
softball team.
They start tomorrow in their Paradise Classic. Never heard of that tournament, but it's tomorrow against Ole Miss, and then their home opener is going to be on February 11th against Furman, and they're pre-ranked in the top 25.
Yeah, I saw that they're pre-ranked 23 right now.
Nice.
But they ended their season quite well last year, so I'm excited to see what they do this year. Madison Moore is a crazy good player, and I'm excited to see what she does this year.
Yeah.
But Clemson softball is definitely another
That one sells out
game
too.
you have to go to.
It sells. They pretty much sell out every game for the most part. I mean, there's a ton of ticket holders
They're
for softball.
so much fun. Like, our marketing team definitely does a lot of fun things. I mean, I used to work for marketing. She still works for marketing. They do some fun things for softball. I feel like they make it a point to get people to go to softball games, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, that's really cool though.
Another season that's kind of starting up is our Clemson women's lacrosse. Their first home game is February 16th against Stetson. And I absolutely love... Did I pronounce that correctly? Stetson?
Yeah, Stetson.
I was going to say, I've never heard of that college before. Do you know what that is?
The quarterback, right? Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
You pronounce it
I just have never heard of that college before.
I feel like
so I had to check myself.
I feel like that happened though when I came to Clemson, like upstate, like USC Upstate.
Oh, I
Didn't even know what that was till I came here.
No,
but
not at all.
lacrosse, I'm super excited for lacrosse because for marketing we just had like a debrief for like what's going on, and I'm not going to spoil it, but they've upped the fan experience at the lacrosse facility, and I'm so excited to see what that looks like. You guys will have to go to check it out to see what's
you
up.
definitely have to go. I feel like they always have fun giveaways for lacrosse.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what you guys have in store. Also, their brand new facility is
On the lake, it's
so pretty. Whenever I'm walking on the dikes and have my little trail, I always look into the lacrosse facility. It is I think it was the biggest women's lacrosse,
only
women's lacrosse facility in the nation.
Yeah.
Or the most expensive. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's the only women's only lacrosse facility in the entire country.
That is awesome.
That's a recruiting
here at
point,
Clemson.
dude. Like, you want to come play lacrosse somewhere?
Yeah.
Come here.
Women's only facility.
Yeah.
Just for lacrosse players.
Because even our soccer facility is I'm pretty sure half of it's co-ed. So, I mean, that's a big, and our soccer teams are amazing. They've had incredible success here. So, but then another team that we have that I want to talk about more, because rowing, oh my gosh, have you ever watched a rowing scrimmage before?
I've watched a clip on TV, but never here.
They're so intense. I could never do it. Like, I will go ahead and already say I could never do it. They deserve the world in the water at 5 in the morning.
They get up early.
Yeah. Their first scrimmage here is going to be on Saturday, February 15th against Alabama, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple other teams that are also involved in that, but I'm not exactly sure. And then they have they have a lot we wrote down, actually. Indiana, and then they have Iowa as well on March 22nd. I think it's cool because when you row, you can go against multiple people at one time. Cool.
I need to go.
Yeah.
Do you do anything for marketing for that?
No, we should.
Yeah.
I feel like
get people out.
I love every single class I've had, or a lot of them, I meet a rower.
Yeah.
And
in our class, we just had a class together.
Cool. I don't know. I think they deserve the world. I'm like, y'all have a hard sport. They have to carry those boats out of the water.
My gosh. It's just not easy.
No.
Actually, do you want to hear a little fun fact?
Yeah.
Was not recruited. I've never rowed before ever in my life.
Oh.
No.
Did you get a recruiting email?
But I got a recruiting email for rowing just because I'm 6 foot tall, guys. Apparently they need tall girls or guys or whatever, tall people to do rowing because it's bigger stride. I don't know actually anything to do with rowing, and
that can be our New Year's resolution. We need to learn more about.
I'm going to learn more.
I think they live stream them. If you're ever interested, I'm pretty sure that one class that I had, this is such a random fact, but I had a sports psychology class here, and there was a rower in the class.
Yeah.
And at the end of the class, he turned on the live stream. We watched the class.
I love
row, which is really cool.
I'm gonna start watching.
Yeah.
Next Big Wins episode, I will know more about rowing, and I promise you that. And kudos to all the rowers out there. That is hard stuff.
Yeah.
I could not
We have
do
such
that.
a prime location for it too. I didn't realize how many rowing teams came here because we are on a lake. I don't know. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
But whatever. We have a perfect lake for it. It's. I don't know.
And
why.
our rowing docks are the rowing facility.
Yeah. Well, and the rowing docks are so popular here. I don't know. I feel like they deserve more hype.
I agree. You should pull it up to Sammy and see, you should do more for marketing for them. I don't know, can they go and watch? Is there a stand?
I don't know. I feel like the only thing you could really, there is stands, but I feel like the only thing you could really do is market it on social media.
Yeah.
Because they're in the they're, you know what I mean?
It's not you're watching a tennis match or something.
But anyways, that's all the updates we have on Clemson sports here. We kind of wanted to go into a little bit more of a women in sports focused segment here because obviously we're girls and we've had a bunch of amazing women impact our life. In our careers. So I just wanted to ask you, who do you think is your most impactful woman that you've met in sports so far?
Shoot, I feel like I've met so many people that have inspired me to keep doing what I'm doing and keeping my passion and inspiration to be in sports alive, just because I've said before, it's such a male dominated field that when I meet women in sports, they're so passionate about what they do. I have two people. One person, her name's Taylor Tannenbaum. She is the ACC host and she's broadcaster. She was a sideline reporter for a little bit. We had a assignment my freshman year of college in Com 1010 or something crazy, and we had to reach out to people who are in the field that we want to work with. I was like, no way she's going to respond to me because she is on TV every week. She is very well known in the sports industry and I love her. So I reached out to her, DM'd her on Instagram, and now she will give me her number. We've called so many times. I was able to shadow her. I've asked her for a letter of rec. I just text her all the time and she's always responds within a day and so helpful. She's just the bomb. Like,
That's
I
so
love
sweet,
her.
though. I feel like that's one thing I'm really looking for, and this kind of leads into our next question.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't answer that question. I have no idea. Like,
Okay.
I will say, like, the department heads that I've interned for, like, those people have been really big impact on me, but I have so many people that have given me such good snippets that I like legit can't
pick one.
So when I wrote that, I was like, I'm gonna ask you that.
Yeah. There's just so many people. Like, there's so many ladies
because everybody
and women.
wants to help, and that's why the closing question that I wanted to like pose for both of us is like, what excites you the most about being a part of the new generation of women going into the industry? Honestly, I don't know about you, but it's like giving back to girls that were like us now is something that really like drives me, because so many of the women that I talk to are so willing to give you advice, so willing to talk, so willing to take time out of their day to literally talk to you. They don't even know you. And they will sit down and just give you advice. And for me, like, I'm excited one day to hit a point where I'm proud enough of what I've done to give back to girls like us who are sitting being like, well, I have no idea what's gonna happen in my future, and give girls like the tools that help me get there. So
I want to kind of touch on that, because a girl, so I'm a junior, freshman year, or no, I was talking about the assignment I had freshman year that I reached out to Taylor Tannenbaum. One of the girls that is in that class now reached out to me and was like, I'm doing this assignment for Com 1010, like, you seem like you're in the sports industry, is what I want to go to. Is there any way I can like interview you? So like, I'm junior.
I would
like,
cry.
I am not
I would cry.
an expert at all. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. But she wanted to talk to me, and I literally was like, there's no way. Like, I just
so
like being
sweet,
able to help
though.
other girls, even like get involved at Clemson, let alone when I'm older and like giving back to the younger generation. Like, I am so excited, but I'm also just excited because I feel like it's not so stigmatized being a woman in sports anymore. I mean, there's definitely still some downsides about it, but there's more and more women wanting to be in sports and are more passionate about sports and getting them involved and any kind of department in sports, and not just broadcasting.
I think it's encouraging to see like that women's abilities and differences between men and the way that we think and the way that they think are a strength in sports now. And I think that that's why we see so many people like, oh, like they recognize this day. It's because like people are trailblazing and they're making a way for the girls like us and the girls younger who want that. And I don't know, I just think it's so cool to see women in a community that is so male dominated.
I agree.
Be so willing to like bring girls in and be like,
exactly.
Yeah,
it is a community. Them. And I saw this hater on TikTok today that was like, why isn't there a male in sports day? I'm like, that's every day.
Yeah.
That is literally every day is National Men in Sports Day, because that's just what you think about when you think of sports. You think of men in general. So this, like, let's have our day. Let's celebrate this community that we're so lucky to be a part of, and that I'm so excited to even be more a part of in the future and with this new generation. But I think that's all we have for you guys today. I can't wait to kind of get this rolling again and have more people on. I know we had Jackie on a couple weeks ago, but have more women in sports just like us onto the show, and so I'm excited.
Y'all go celebrate.
Yes, let's go celebrate National Women in Sports Day. All right, bye guys.
Your chair squeaky was
killing. I know.